Florida Keys. We are here on the bridge as the sun is literally coming up. I got the first fish on of the day on a little cut chunk of bait. We'll see what it is here.
That we thought was seaweed initially.
Yeah, it was like going out like really slow, as if it was just like had some seaweed on it. This thing is digging though.
Very snapper-esque.
Got some weight to it.
That rough current, a yellowjack or a
Oh my
jack?
gosh, if it's a yellowjack, I'm gonna be so happy.
You want to get the net right? I think it might be. Is that on a shrimper?
Please be a yellowjack.
Oh, it's a black grouper! How sick, Brooke. Nice. Brooke got a black grouper. That's why he was sitting there.
With a pile of seaweed.
So there was some seaweed.
There was some seaweed.
Seaweed action.
That's why it probably felt as heavy as it did, but
Probably still 20 inches.
little black grouper. He's not gonna make it to be able to come home for dinner, but still a very cool catch, especially on the bridge.
You need pliers? Ryan, do you have pliers real quick?
Maybe a little less tight.
Well, there we go. My first fish of the morning. A black grouper. He's very gray.
He's pretty. Hold him.
These have to be 24 inches to keep, so he's obviously not going to make it. But still a very cool catch and a beautiful start to our morning. He was barely hooked in the cheek, so he's going to be perfectly fine. He's going home to grow bigger. See ya.
Awesome way to start the day, huh?
Let's see what else we can catch. Well, it is a very windy morning out here on the bridge, and we actually slept in the Keys last night, and we fished all day yesterday as well. We didn't catch much. I caught a few fish, but today we got here nice and bright and early to have the full day on the bridge, so hopefully we catch a lot of fish today. The boys are trying to catch permits. They got crabs out. We have blue crabs, pinfish, little grunts, shrimp, pilchards. We have a little bit of everything, so we are set up for success. Just hopefully the fish cooperate with us today.
That's actually a really big puffer. Compared to the ones you got in your backyard, huh?
Is this just a regular puffer fish?
Yep. It's checker on.
Isn't this
Kind of looks different than a checkered puffer fish.
Isn't this like a rabbit fish or something?
No, I don't think so.
These guys got some crazy teeth. You definitely wouldn't want to get bit by one of these. This is how you get the name puffer fish, because they puff up. If you give him a little tickle on his belly like this, oops, they usually puff up, but he doesn't want to do it. Come on, puff up.
He's all puffed out.
He doesn't want to. Well, see you, guy. That's my first fish. Hopefully we go up from there.
Hang on, alright, you're on, bro.
It is just like sitting there.
But that's good. That might be a mutton. It's trying to go up and down. Go.
Well, this was a pilchard sitting on bottom. It's been sitting there for a while. I even checked it a few times. And it finally just went off. Let's see what it is. We've been waiting for yellowjacks to come through, but it looks like a mutton.
Mutton.
Not a keeper. He's small. Should I flip him?
I mean, he's flippable, but tighten your drag a lot before. Let the yellowtail go. You. Okay. Brooke, you might be, that might be like 17.
He's 16. 16 inches all day. They gotta be 18. This is basically my first fish worth talking about today. Just as I said, he's like 16 and a half. Going home. Beautiful fish, but not big enough.
Going home, but not with you.
Ryan caught one that was like 21 inches, Ryan?
That is correct.
Ryan caught a 21-inch mutton, so hopefully I can catch something that's worth bringing home. It's really little.
Little?
It's a yellowtail. Oh, a little cutie. Little yellowtail on the same bait, a pilchard again. These have to be 12 inches to keep. He's probably like just at 11 or something like that. One of the most beautiful snapper. Everyone loves catching these, but he's going home too. See ya.
Run! Good. Rick's got a big fish on a pinfish or a little grunt. It's gonna be a big yellowjack, babe. Stay tight with him. Stay straight up and down with him. Don't let him get you under. Don't go to the gate. Okay, if he goes to the gate, just no, don't tighten up on him. Let him go. It is big, Brooke.
He's going back out.
You let me know if you want us to go over the gate. You got it? Just be real careful. Maybe loosen the drag a little bit until you get over.
Do it for me?
Here, take this. I got you.
I almost think it's a tarpon.
A what? A tarpon?
It's really big.
It's set.
It ain't no tarpon.
There's a big boil on top right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's a giant jack.
Could be.
It's
I just saw a
really big.
giant boil.
Yeah, I saw a giant silver.
Kind of tricky with that gate, huh?
Ooh. I thought he was gonna go under for a second. But I feel like if it was a tarpon, he probably would have jumped.
Yeah.
How light a leader do you have?
20.
20.
I think it's a big jack.
You think I should tighten my drag a little?
A little bit. I mean, you never loosened your drag, did you?
No. He like doesn't even care. Oh boy.
You might have to tighten up on him more, Brooke, because if he gets you in the power lines, you're not going to be able to. He's in all that current now.
Going.
So we have an incoming current right now, which means that the current is coming from the ocean into the Gulf, and it is moving. So he's in that current, just heading out towards the Gulf, and there's power lines. So if he gets out too far, and he's on the opposite side of the power lines, and then he starts moving, left or right, he could easily cut me off. I only have 20-pound leader on here. So it's not looking very good. Should I tighten it more?
You're going to have to. There's not a lot of line even.
I saw the silver of it. It's probably a giant Jack Crevalle, and it was huge. It's like every time I'm tightening it, it's not doing anything.
It's a lot of stretch with 20-pound mono. It's like every time you think you're going to gain on him.
Now he actually knows he's there.
Yeah. No, you just pissed him off even more. You're going to have to run down there.
Definitely on the other side of the power lines. line gain from turning the fish. It's all just been gaining line by walking down.
Look, you stopped running, Brook.
Come on, baby. That would be the most epic catch. He's probably just on the outside of that power line, and now it seems like he's starting to head back south a little. So
I'm gonna turn him before he gets by the power line. Oh no, he's looking straight out. He's good.
but he's starting to go back this way.
Oh no.
Oh shoot.
There's a boat coming.
How far out is my line, you think?
I don't know. That reel can't even hold that much line. You're about to find out.
Yeah, we're about to find out for sure.
Ah!
Felt it?
He ran it over, and I'm still freaking on.
What?
Are you kidding? How is that possible? I literally felt him.
He felt it too. Look,
I don't understand that at all.
Well, that's how far out I am. Talk about some good ass line. Holy crap. Somehow he must have... You're okay. It must have just like been his hull that hit it and somehow missed the prop, which seems absolutely crazy. But he felt it, which is also strange. I'm gonna get broken off by this power line. Should I tighten it more? This spool is hot.
Yeah. Came off? What, did you feel it on the power line?
It kind of felt like it just pulled. I mean, I have so much pressure on it. That was kind of inevitable. If I would have landed that fish, that would have been like
Miracle.
a miracle, literally. I have no idea how we got hit by that boat and didn't get cut off. It's always kind of hard to tell how far out your line is because you never really know how deep your fish is. So we didn't know if we were past the power lines yet, and obviously we were because he was running on the outside of the power lines. I definitely got cut off because I don't have my weight anymore either.
No. I want to see how tight your drag is. Oh my gosh, that sucker's locked. Dude, 20 pound is strong.
20 pounds strong, man, and the further that thing got out, the faster it started running.
I think it was a big jack.
I think it was a big jack.
Or something like a big ray, but I think
It's not a ray, I saw it. It was a big silver thing that came up.
The boil I saw was massive.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I thought it was a tarpon at first, because it was so big. So now we are going to move bridges. The tide has been incoming here this entire time, and the guys were waiting for it to switch tides, because that's when they were hoping to get their permit bite. The tide charts are really mixed up, not telling us what it's actually supposed to be like down here, so we're gonna actually go get some more bait because our shrimp bubbler died last night. So we have no live shrimps. We're gonna go get some more live shrimp and head to the next bridge, so I will see you guys there. All right, so we have moved bridges. The tide is just now switching. We didn't end up getting any more shrimp. We went to Bass Pro and they were out of shrimp. But luckily, before we left the last bridge, there was a bunch of ballyhoo. And so Ryan and Vic stocked up on ballyhoo, so we're using those. You guys know how much muttons love ballyhoo. I'm really hoping to catch a legal mutton today, so fingers crossed for me, guys. I haven't got anything the last 2 days to bring home to eat yet, so fingers crossed the luck starts turning around with this tide change. Well, we're about to get absolutely drenched. It literally just started raining and we're packing up. Haven't brought this rod in yet. And I caught another little black grouper?
yep.
Wow.
Sweet. Yeah, there you go. The skills of flipping fish.
is so much darker than the last one I caught this morning. Same fish, totally different color patterns. There we go. Look at this side. See that? Like an old wound from something attacking it. A beautiful little black grouper. Going home. And so are we. But not together. Woo, baby. Well, it's only 12:45. We were going to spend all day here again today, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. The rain is here, and it looks like it's going to rain solid for the next like 4 hours. So we got lucky yesterday with no rain, but today doesn't look like we're going to get as lucky. And filming and rain do not go together, and I don't think we want to stand out here on the bridge in the wind and rain either. You know, sometimes you come out here and you don't feel it cooler, but we had a ton of fun, saw a lot of awesome things, caught a lot of fun fish. So I will see you guys at the fillet table. Ryan's actually going to let me take home one of his fish, and I'll fillet it up for you guys and cook it up. We have a very long walk back. I think it's almost like a mile walk down this bridge, so here we go.
Nice windy, rainy day in the Florida Keys. Sunshine State, right?
Hey guys, so we are back home at the fillet table. We drove all the way from the Keys back here to fillet these fish up for you. So Ryan caught both of these fish. This is a 21-inch mutton snapper. Like I had said, they have to be 18 inches, so this is a beautiful fish, especially for the bridge. Now this is a yellowjack, which I really enjoy catching yellowjacks. I think they taste great. I mean, muttons also are amazing, but I feel like I have more luck with yellowjacks, so that's why I just wanted to catch them, because I thought that was easier than catching that legal mutton. So big shout out to Ryan, because he's actually going to let me fillet up this yellowjack and cook it up for you guys tonight. If you guys don't already follow Ryan on YouTube, make sure you guys check him out. He's gonna make a video from today also. He slayed, he caught way more fish than Victor and I, so make sure you check him out, Ryan Mori on YouTube. So if you guys have never seen a yellowjack before, or caught one or ate one before, you might possibly confuse it with a Jack Crevalle. They're both jack species, however, this one tastes a lot better. Big jacks get really red meat. These, however, do not. It's an excellent sashimi fish, and just an all-around amazing fish cooked a bunch of different ways. So my knife of choice is going to be this Dexter 7-inch flexible fillet. It comes with this edge guard, which is like the most awesome convenient thing, where you can just put it back in there, toss it in your tackle box, and you don't have to worry about reaching your hand in your tackle bag or wherever and accidentally stabbing your finger. So if you guys are interested in any Dexter knives, you can use code Brook20 to save 20%. So here we go. We did bleed this fish on the bridge. They have beautiful white firm meat, so it's great for a lot of things. People make ceviche out of them, eat it just straight as sashimi, grill it, fry it. So many different ways to enjoy this fish. We don't catch many of them around where we live. We usually get them in while we're in the Keys. And then if you're diving in the Bahamas, a lot of times you see them in the Bahamas and you see giants. They do get really big, but we've never really caught too big of one. Sometimes on the wrecks you'll get them. There we go. And just like a Jack Crevalle, they got that really hard tail as well. So I'm going to skin the fish with the same knife, and Ryan's going to tell you what he caught this fish on.
Ooh, what did I catch this fish on? We fished quite a few baits. This one actually ate a little grunt, so we caught a bunch of grunts yesterday. Why are you smiling at me like that?
I'm looking at Brian.
Oh, you're looking at Brian. Yeah, so we caught a bunch of little grunts yesterday, just on a sabiki with squid, and we kept those in the live well overnight last night. So this morning we weren't sure what they were going to want to eat at all. So we put out a bunch of different baits. We had a bunch of little chunks, and I put out that little live grunt, and he was just sitting in the current, and the yellowjack absolutely scooped him up. But stoked, excited. We're gonna cook some yellowjack tonight, and we're gonna cook some mutton snapper tonight.
When I was skinning this fish, I didn't want to leave any of the meat there to avoid getting this red stuff, mostly because there's not a lot of meat here. This is fresh fish. I'm not gonna worry about this. I'm gonna cut out the whole line here, mostly because there's just pin bones in this bloodline, but I'm not gonna worry about that bloodline on the back of the meat. So here's that bloodline. It runs down the whole length of the fish, and then the pin bones are also in this part, the part towards the head. So, like I said, I'm not gonna worry about this because it's fresh. If I was gonna freeze it, I would 100% not want to freeze the fish with that, because that's what's gonna give you that horrible fishy taste. A lot of times people complain about fish not tasting good, and that's because they probably didn't care for it properly. If you freeze a fish with this line in there and then go to eat it months later, I can promise you it is not going to taste good. So if you know you're not gonna eat the fish anytime soon, or you're gonna freeze it, cut this out. Cut that out, cut this red out. I promise you, you'll have a great fillet months later, as long as you properly take care of your fish, regardless of what kind of fish it is. So there is my part. Ryan's gonna fillet up the mutton snapper, and then I will see you guys in the kitchen. All right guys, welcome back to the kitchen. So tonight I am going to be pan searing the yellowjack, and luckily, since there's not much for Victor, Ryan, and I, we are also going to be eating his mutton snapper on the half shell on the grill. So now for my fish, we're going pretty simple. We're just gonna season it with some salt, some cracked pepper, some garlic powder, and lastly, we're gonna hit these babies with some Old Bay.
I love Old Bay.
You can never go wrong with Old Bay. Now moving on to what we are topping our fish with, which is a little pineapple salsa. If you don't like pineapple, you can do this with mandarin oranges. I've done that a bunch. Really, really good. Also, if you like mango, mango is another excellent topper, especially on top of a nice blackened fish. Goes really well. So we got some chopped pineapple, some plum tomatoes, red onion, and then some cilantro. So all we're gonna do is take some lime, squeeze that in there, and then just mix it up. Adds a nice fresh taste on top of your fish. It's an excellent thing. So, so good. It seems a little strange to have salsa with fish, but if you never tried it before, give it a try. It's really good. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Ryan's gonna put his fish on the grill first because that's gonna take longer, and then we'll cook my fish. We love to cook outside every chance we get because fish kind of smells a little bit when you cook in your house. So we have the Camp Chef side burner here, and the fish are going the seasoned side down. The other side, all I did was put a little Old Bay, but we're basically just going seasoned side down. Just like that. It's flipping time. So we'll start with the first one we put on, move on down. I don't think I ever mentioned that we had butter in the pan, did I?
I think so. Well, they saw the butter going in the pan.
This was just straight butter in the pan. So we are basically cooked. Even if I take it off the heat, it's still gonna cook for a little bit. So these are going inside. When cooking fish, there is a thin line between overcooked and undercooked. So brought these in, it's probably been almost a minute and a half and it's still bubbling, like it's still cooking. So if you ever think your fish is done, take it off slightly before you get to that point when you think it's completely finished.
salsa involved. Oh my god, that looks so dang good. I hope you leave that audio in. Oh, it's coming in. Oh man. The plating is superb.
Well, I may not have caught it, but I hope I did it justice cooking it up.
You willed it into existence. If you were not on this trip, no yellowjacks would have been caught.
Look at that.
The best part about today was the fact that I got my best friend right here, I got my fiance right there, and I didn't catch anything. Literally, like, I don't think I caught a single fish over this big besides bait and ballyhoo. But Brookie got to make a video, Ryan got to make a video, and we had a great meal. And I was like saying it in Ryan's video, I was really surprised. We took home 2 fish, not very big, and it fed us. And we honestly probably could have had the whole family here if we, you know, kind of portioned it out. But all in all, delicious fish. And Brookie hit the nail on the head with the pineapple salsa. That is definitely gonna be a staple in this kitchen from now on. Mango salsa, look out the way, because pineapple salsa is coming for you, baby. So yeah, good job, babe.
Thank you.
Let me tell you guys something about these two sitting at the table with me. They are nowhere near their potential. They are nowhere near where they're going to be. But what makes them really special is they want everyone around them to succeed, and they go out of their way to make sure that people around them succeed. And that's extremely special for someone they're still on the up and up. They're still coming up. They're still nowhere near where they're going to be. And I'm just super grateful to be around them, super grateful to know them. And they're just special people. So if you don't have friends that just want you to succeed, you need some new friends, because I feel really lucky every single time I get to spend some time with these guys. And of course the fish was delicious. The fish is always delicious, but crushed it. Absolutely crushed it.
Wow, thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, so nice.
All right, like Vic said, we've never done pineapple salsa before. That was absolutely delicious. If you guys have never tried that before, give it a try. Very simple, easy to do, and can put it on any kind of fish that you blacken or pan sear or whatever you want to do. Another big thank you to Ryan for letting me use this fish for the sketch and cook. Hope that you guys still enjoyed this one. I know it wasn't a ton of action. I didn't catch anything worth bringing home, but I still had a lot of fun. Caught a bunch of different species. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.